So you want to know how to go to college debt-free. For those of you who are still in high school, the economy is insane. It's been insane for the past like 3 or 4 years for college graduates. So even if you go get this fancy degree, a job is not guaranteed. So be very, very selective about signing up for a loan. Like, you really never know. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're here today, you probably want to know how you can go to college debt-free, right? And I'm here to tell you how to do that. Just to give you some insight, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Melissa and I am a quantitative economics major here at Smith College. I'm actually graduating this spring and I'm graduating debt-free. And now, in case you're wondering how I'm qualified to talk about this, for the past 2 years in particular, I have been doing research on college premium, how the college premium has changed, how college pricing, affordability, things like that have changed in the last 40 years. And now I'm hoping to take all the research and all the work that I've done in this space to help you go to college debt-free. So I have 4 methods that I talked about, and I'm going to be talking about all of them, each in depth, but just to give you a quick overview, the first bucket we have students who are getting institutional aid. And the second bucket we have outside scholarships and outside things that are helping you fund your undergrad experience. The third option, we have the transfer option, right? People who are looking to maybe start at a type of college and then transfer or attain credits before they even start college. And then the fourth bucket, we have study abroad. Let's get into it. Starting with number 1, these are students who are getting institutional aid. So this is someone who's like in high school, right? They apply to like University of Utah and they get the presidential scholarship. This scholarship is going to cover their full tuition and cover a portion of their room and board, right? So all they have to come up with is, let's say, like $8,000 a year, which is much more attainable than most, right? So the institutional aid route is either someone who's going to get merit aid or someone who's going to get athletics scholarship or need-based aid, right? So for me, for example, I go to a private school. I go to a school that is need blind. So what that means is that when they're looking at my application and looking to admit me into their school, they were not using my financial aid background to decide whether or not they wanted me to come to their school. So applying to schools like that are need blind can really help boost your chances of landing at a college with like a merit-based or need-based grant, scholarship, or funding in general. Within this bucket, like I said, I kind of highlighted, there's like 2 different kind of mini personas you can think of. There's like the person who goes to a private school, right? So they go to a private university that just has a ton of money, a ton of funding, and so for most of their applicants, they're providing some sort of like financial aid package that's pretty generous, right? Some more than others, but generally pretty generous. And then there's a second kind of person, let's call them persona 2. They're going to a public university and they are either getting like a Pell Grant, they are either getting some sort of presidential scholarship or a part of some sort of like cohort program within the university that like covers all their tuition. So outside of some sort of presidential scholarship, they have some sort of athlete scholarship, right? So these are more common at like big state universities. Both patterns, both personas are completely valid and great ways to go to college debt-free though, right? Because at this point as a student, you're not necessarily looking at the school that's your dream school and you're not like idealizing it. It's like you're kind of shooting your shot and you're seeing like who with you, like who wants you. The second bucket we have are people who are applying to outside scholarships, right? People who are applying to maybe the Jack and Jill Foundation, the Bill Gates Foundation, and they're landing these incredibly competitive like nationwide or statewide level scholarship programs. Now this bucket is really competitive and honestly I find really hard because on top of all the schools and all the applications you're doing, you're then applying to essentially more schools, right? Because these scholarship opportunities are really competitive. They are really comprehensive. They're asking you, how old were you when you were born? How many kids you got? How many siblings you got? They're asking all the questions, right? So you're writing. They take a lot of time, but they can be incredibly beneficial if you are someone who's like, I want to go to my dream school no matter what. Like I want to go to NYU, I want to go to whatever school no matter what. So I'm gonna make it happen. And if you are willing to make it happen, you really can. If you are organized, you have an Excel spreadsheet, you put all the scholarships names, you put a link to their website application, you put the time the application's open, the time the application's closed, you put the supplemental questions. Like if you're organized and you're on your shit, you can really do it. Like you could go to your dream school and go for free, but you need to plan in advance. You would have to know, like what school I want to go to, probably your junior year. The third bucket we have on this list is the transfer option, the junior college option, whatever, etc., etc. So there are two personas in this bucket like previously, but these personas are different, right? So persona A, they are someone who maybe took AP credits in high school, they did dual enrollment in high school, and they have accumulated a lot of credits. So by the time they're applying to college, they have maybe like 16 college credits. So if you do the math, if you're able to get even 16, maybe 24 credits during high school, you are putting yourself at an incredible advantage. Second person in this bucket is persona B. Now, persona B is someone who decides their senior year to enroll in community college, and they decide to either go for 1 year, 2 years, or even one single semester. And after that semester, they're going to transfer. They're going to go to their 4 years dream school. Now, the benefit to doing this is that if you actually go in for that 1 or 2 semesters and you kill it, you get a 4.0, you are strategic about the classes you're taking, you take the most basic college credit classes that any other school would accept, and you're able to plan out the schools you want to apply to, you could really land at your dream school or a really good school program, and you're saving money because 1, that first semester of college was way cheaper. 2, you're able to prove to universities that, hey, I'm actually able to handle a college level workload and I'm actually able to excel in this. And then by doing that, they might qualify you for even more scholarships than you would have gotten if you were still in high school. So this is, again, a very slept on route, but I feel like during COVID, I saw a lot of college students transferring and changing their schools, and I just find it really empowering. Like, as a student, you're saying, you know what, I'm not doing what everyone else is doing. I'm going to make this work for me by any means necessary, even if it means, you know, going to a community college for 1 semester, staying at home, which again is not the glamorous choice, right? It's not glamorous, but by doing that, you're graduating debt-free. And when you graduate from college, you really can spread your wings and fly. You can go accept a job in New York City, be a little broke, right? Like, and just do it. You don't have to worry about paying back some major, huge loan. And the fourth bucket we have here is studying abroad. Now, I think the biggest reason people don't even consider going to a different country to go to college is 1, they are worried about a language barrier. But I'm here to tell you, so many other countries speak English, y'all. Poland speaks English. Canada speaks English, United Kingdom speaks English, South Africa speaks English, so many other countries speak English, Nigeria speaks English. So you could literally study somewhere else and still get an English program. So you really don't have to worry about that. And 2, other countries are way cheaper. Obviously, the American dollar is relatively strong, so you can go to another country maybe with a weaker currency system and go to college for much cheaper, or just go to another country where college is just simply more attainable. It's just a cheaper price. Those are my 4 buckets. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I was talking really fast, but I'm incredibly passionate about the subject, and I'm really passionate about getting people in Gen Z specifically to not go into student loan debt, because I was able to do it despite all odds, right? I'm coming from a very untraditional background, and I don't qualify for financial federal aid. I don't qualify for FAFSA. I don't qualify for so much, but I was still able to go to college debt free. So I feel like if I was able to do it, you can do it. You could really do it. So I hope this helps. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.